Hey guys, this is Scootmin with Clan Seraphim. I'm actually home sick from work today, so what better way to spend the day than to do a 4-3-2-2 and record it for you guys. So obviously hoping for Soren or Huntmaster to pay for future drafts, but we'll see how lucky we get. Not very lucky apparently. Um, Here the rare is Curse of Misfortunes, which is absolutely awful. The best cards in the pack would be Briar Pack Alpha, Burden of Guilt, and that's pretty much it. There are plenty of other playables, like Highborn Ghoul's fine, Gavany Ironright's fine. I find that Burden of Guilt goes by pretty frequently, so I think the easy pick for me here is Briar Pack Alpha. I tend to like green, and I do well with green, so yeah, we'll take the Briar Pack Alpha and see where that leads us. The color I like to pair with green is red, so we'll see how that works out. Here's a mythic rare that I'm not going to take. I like either red or white when I'm playing green. Let's see, what did this person take? They took a common or a flip card. Where's the flip card in this pack? I guess that's what they took, probably Huntmaster. But I think here I'm just going to take the Fires of Undeath and be pretty happy with it. I guess I could take like a Kessig Recluse or a Village Survivors, but there's a pretty good chance that one of those two wheels. Passing the Elgod Inquisitor and Hallowhenge Spirit, so there's a pretty good chance that we're sending a pretty good signal of white to our left, especially after passing that Burden of Guilt. So I'm pretty happy with Fires of Undeath there. Also going to be passing this Niblis of the Urn, which is another signal to our left that white is open. It may very well be a signal to me, though, that white is open. The green card is terrible. Crushing Vines is fine sideboard, and Faceless Looting is okay at best. So now that I think about it, I think I'm just going to take the Niblis of the Urn and keep my options open. Here there is the Markov Blade Master, which is pretty good, but not the best. There's also a Forged Devil, which I like quite a bit, and then there's Thraben Heretic, which is, I believe, what I'm going to take here. 2-2 for 2 is fine in and of itself, but it also turns off Undying, makes it hard for blue decks to get their zombies into play. Also, makes Gnawed of the Bone not quite as good, Spider Spawning not quite as good. So I think that's definitely a pretty underrated card, although I think some people realize how good it actually is. I've played against it quite a few times, and it's done work against me, that's for sure. Try and make this a little bit bigger for you guys. So Fires of Undeath is looking like it was kind of a wasted pick there, second, but you never know what's going to happen. Here we get a pretty late Burden of Guilt, so some more signs to me that white is open. The next best card in the pack is Stromkirk Captain, which if I was still going on with the Fires of Undeath plan would easily be the pick, but with our two good white cards, I'm just going to take the Burden of Guilt. So green really isn't flowing very well, as much as I would have liked. That being said, getting two Burden of Guilts is not the best. Each Burden of Guilt past the first gets increasingly worse because you are kind of sinking all of your mana into it. Here, I'm going to take the Hell Vault. Not 100% sure I'm going to play it, but there's literally no other playable cards in this pack, at least for me. Hunger of the Howl pack is okay, but it's not something I'm excited to play, especially in white, where there are plenty of other combat tricks and the likes. Whereas Hell Vault, if you can get to that point, Hell Vault is a beast. It's also mythic, which is pretty cool. Alright, and here, pretty easy pick again. It's just Silver Claw Griffin, not much to say about that. And the next pick here, I guess I could take like Increasing Vengeance or Near Heath Stalker. I like the Stalker more than the Erdwald Ripper. And I guess there is a chance that I go like red-black, although it's not necessarily what I want to be. We get our original pack back with not much in it. Yeah, I guess I'll just rare draft. I don't know. Pretty bad cards left in that pack. Here I'll take the Village Survivors. I'm not going to be blue, so passing the Griptide is fine. So I'm pretty sure at this point I'm going white. As far as my second color, I'm not 100% sure yet. It's either red or green, almost certainly not both. There's a chance I get some good green cards in this, the second pack, and then maybe get like a Brimstone Volley or two, and splash like Fires of Undeath and Brimstone Volley, but I guess I'll take the Boned Ash here. Don't really want it used against me. Clinging Miss is definitely a pretty underrated sideboard card. It can, when you get Fateful Hour and you draw a Clinging Miss, there's really nothing else that you want to draw other than Clinging Miss. That card is pretty awesome. Let's see here. I have the choice between Galvanic Juggernaut, Midnight Haunting, and those are really the only two cards I'd even consider. I know I'm both white, and then obviously Galvanic Juggernaut's colorless. Don't have very much removal at this point, but I think Galvanic Juggernaut's still going to be better. Especially, I plan on picking up a couple of the 2/1 First Strike Flyers, so. And then that also gives a better chance that, maybe something like Village Bellringer or even like Thraben Sentry will come back, maybe Moment of Heroism. Okay, here, I guess the pick would be between Doomed Traveler, Elder Cathar, and Tree of Redemption. I guess rolling Temblor if I was going red. Well, if I'm going to play Hellvault, Tree of Redemption certainly seems good. Yeah, this pick's kind of tough for me. I'm definitely not going to take the Elder Cathar just because it doesn't do enough. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take the Tree of Redemption here. I didn't pass like any green to the left other than the one Kessig Recluse, so there's a pretty good chance that the person on my left isn't playing green. Well, here I get a Slayer of the Wicked. Hopefully this Voiceless Spirit comes back. Maybe like the Prey Upon or the Grizzled Outcast will come back, but this is still has some pretty good cards in it after I take the Slayer. Sharpened Pitchfork is okay, the Scourge is good, Falconwrath Noble is great. Although I probably won't get either of these two cards back, but Slayer is definitely a really good card. Here, another pretty easy pick for me. I'm just going to take the Voiceless Spirit. Not much to say. I mean, I could take like Festerhide Boar, or I guess that's really the only other consideration. So yeah, now I'm pretty committed at this point to green as opposed to red. So with that in mind, I could either, I don't know, take the Morkrut Banshee, Murder of Crows, or Handwar Watchkeep. The three best cards in the pack are not in my color. I guess I could take the Selfless Cathar, but I think I'd rather just hate a card here. I've got the Galvanic Juggernaut, which works well with the Selfless Cathar, but I don't like the little dinky guy very much. So yeah, I think I'm just going to take this Murder of Crows on the off chance that I play blue if I keep getting insane cards like Stitch Drake. I guess I could have also gotten, I could have taken the Morkrut Banshee and taken Moan of the Unhallowed here too. But I'll just take the Stitch Drake, and maybe my plans to go into blue could arise. I'll take the One-Eyed Scarecrow in case I play against Lingering Souls, which many consider to be the best limited card in the set. Here, I guess the pick is between Orchard Spirit and Abbey Griffin. I really don't like Abbey Griffin at all. So I'm just going to take the Orchard Spirit just in case the blue plan doesn't work out. So the white cards have been from mediocre to above average. Things like Voiceless Spirit, nothing crazy. I guess I did get past the Slayer of the Wicked, which is pretty insanely good. Here we get the Village Bellringer back, although 3 other white cards got taken. But it's still worth taking this guy. I guess I'll take the foil Fortress Crab. Yeah, so at this point I haven't the slightest idea what my second color is. Well, I know it's not black, and I'm pretty sure I'm not even going to splash this Fires of Undeath. So it's at this point between blue and green. All 4 of my green cards are good. And I have 2 really good blue cards and 2 decent blue cards and a filler. Okay, here we've got pretty much nothing, and then Orchard Spirit and Rebuke. I'm definitely taking the Rebuke here for the sole purpose that I know I'm going to play it. I think Orchard Spirit might be better. I'm not even 100% sure on that. So, let's see what we have here. For 8 white cards and Galvanic Juggernaut I know are going to be in the deck. So we still have some work to do as far as finding playables. Okay, well, I got another Galvanic Juggernaut. Maybe I'll get like a Thraben Sentry, Voice of Spirit, or Rebuke back. But it could be, there could be 3 other white drafters at the table. The pack still has Into the Maw of Hell and Gutter Grime, which are both really good. Typhoid Rats is good, Victim Knight's good, Patrician's good. So, hopefully I get this like Rebuke or the Thraben Sentry back. I don't think the Voice of Spirit will come back, but I'd certainly take it. Here I got a Chapelgeist given to me. There's also a Travel Preparations in the pack. Probably won't get back to me, because someone's bound to be drafting green-white. Okay, and here we get... Well, Lumberknot seems good if I'm drafting green as opposed to blue. Spider Grasp is also fine. And let's see, there are 14 creatures if I don't count my blue. So Lumberknot would make 15. Yeah, I think Lumberknot seems fine. I guess if I was going blue, the pick would be Armored Scob, but this doesn't seem like a very Armor Scob-ish deck. That's a pretty late Unburial Rites. Also a pretty late Silent Departure. So the pick here is between getting back into blue and going Silent Departure, which is clearly much better than Ranger's Guile. There's even a Think Twice, which is also better than Ranger's Guile. I don't really have any creatures that I care all that much to protect with Ranger's Guile, so I think I'm just going to take the Silent Departure here. And here, the choice between Ranger's Guile and Think Twice. I'm just going to take the Think Twice. Laboratory Maniacs, certainly not good. Silver Chase Fox, on the other hand, is playable. Here, I guess I can take the Caravan Vigil. I mean, I don't really want sensory deprivation. Thraven Purebloods is playable. Not good, but playable. And let's see if we get one of our good white cards back. I believe it's this coming pack. And we sure did not. I was hoping the Typhoid Rats would get taken. Yeah, I don't think Cobbled Wings would be worth it. I'll just take the Typhoid Rats. So I'm probably going to end up main decking One-Eyed Scarecrow, which I don't think is necessarily the worst thing in the world. But either way I look at it, I've got 23 playables if I splash Fires of Undeath. Probably not the best splash in the world, unless it's in green, so hopefully I get at least one more playable. That being said, I don't think I'm going to. These cards are all pretty bad. So this deck is certainly nothing to write home about. I think it has a chance to win a match or two. I would be very surprised if I 3-0'd with this deck. But I guess stranger things have happened. There are some really big blowouts like Slayer of the Wicked, and Niblis of the Urn is really good.